back, ladies and gentlemen, for another special episode of Dimes Only Podcast. I am your co-host, Buddy Sandoval. To my right is my other co-host, George Hernandez. How you doing today, my man?
I'm feeling great, man. We've been going at this, and we're having fun. Everything's been solid. I've been doing good myself, actually.
Feeling better? No, kind of a little back pain still, right?
Back pain here and there, but we gotta push through it.
That's right. I know. I mean, unfortunately, I have some back pain myself. Well, mainly my shoulder, like I brought up last time. But just fighting through it. It is what it is. I'm gonna need some physical therapy pretty soon. But we are gonna start off this episode. We have mentioned that we want to do something special for our 1-year anniversary coming up of Dimes Only Podcast. We are going to be sharing a post on Instagram. We're going to be posting that pretty soon. We have some details in that post, and all you got to do is watch it. Follow the details if you want to win our special prize.
Yeah, hopefully you guys are excited for it as much as we are. We're gonna put our own our own money into it. So hopefully you guys follow through or join it. Like I said, it's something special for you guys.
Yeah, for sure. We're super excited for that, and hopefully a lot of you guys participate in it, and it'll be fun to share a winner. We're gonna be announcing that in our next episode, so that post should be up pretty soon, and then good luck to our winner. So Sunday, George, sadly was the last episode of Last of Us. Me and you are huge fans of the game. I played the game 2 times already. I cannot get enough of it. And you still have not played the game.
I played the game.
You finally played the game? Because you told me.
No, not the first one.
That's what I mean.
I've only played the second one, but I'm going to get to the first one. Well, I've seen the walkthrough, so I just went straight to the second game. But I know what happens and all that, so it's no biggie.
Yeah, so the last episode was on Sunday. And George, I got to tell you, man, I had some high expectations for the show, and they delivered.
Yeah,
they delivered. I loved it. What were your impressions on it, my man?
Before, if you guys haven't seen it, if you're gonna watch it, might be spoiler. We're gonna try to not give spoilers, but we are, we'll warn it. We'll be like, okay, I think this is a spoiler, so just skip.
Skip maybe a minute or so,
and then I guess we could put in the description how long it took.
Sure.
I love the show. The show exceeded all my expectations. There's one complaint. It's not a big one, obviously, because I love the show. I feel like they could have added a little bit more infected to the show. That's just one complaint, but I don't think it's a flaw that I think it's a big deal. But, in the game, you encounter more infected than what the show showed,
For sure.
And obviously the show has to do with Ellie and Joel, so it's their story, not really like an infected. They said it wasn't really an infected show, but I would have loved to see more of them because in the game, you run into a lot of them. And right here, I feel like there's only a couple episodes that we actually got to see infected. Yeah,
I would pretty much say that's probably the one flaw of it. But what I like about the game and the show, because the game obviously you gotta keep the player intact, you gotta keep them interested. But what I really liked about the show is that they branched out into different people, and the central theme of it was love and fighting for something. And I think you've seen that with Frank and Bill, and you've seen that with the other characters that went in as well. Even if you didn't catch that the first time in your first walkthrough, but the central theme of it is love. And I like how it's not just a regular zombie show where zombies come up and you got to fight them and things like that. I liked how they focus more on the people and their journey and what they fight for and their purpose of living. I think that's what separates The Last of Us and other zombie type shows. So, but I mean, I get you. I mean, it is a fungus thing, so you would like to see it more. But overall, man, I would rank it like a 9.5. You know me and my decimals. My 9.5 out of 10. That I'm knocking it because of that. But overall, man, I love how they took a lot from the game and put it on the show. There's a little bit of tweaks in there, but nothing too much. Like, I love that bedroom scene with Ellie and Joel, and Joel wants to leave her with Tommy. and those that iconic lines that are in there, and especially the ending, the way it ended. It's so similar to the game, which I love, and I was worried that they would go away from that, but they didn't, and I love it, man.
So for me, I love the show. I agree with you on the 9.5. That's what I had it at. So what I love is the character development. They develop very well throughout the show. You see the changes in them, how they go from, okay, Ellie's a scared little girl, whatever. But you see that in that episode, Cannibal, where she doesn't become...
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler. Okay, in that Cannibal episode, it didn't be a spoiler if you guys want to skip ahead. But she's not being saved this time. She's doing the fighting. Like, now she gets the dog in her that...
Low key, yeah.
She gets the dog in her, and then she has to survive this on her own. But at the same time, she realizes how much she needs Joe. Well, she realizes throughout the show every time. And then Joe, he goes, he goes from not caring to, when you travel with someone, I feel like for a long time, you get connected to that person. You get those character developments that they get. And if you did not know, buddy, they have Easter eggs where they put the voice characters in the game.
Yes, I did.
Where you see Ellie's actor, you see Joe's voice actor in the game. I think Tommy.
Tommy.
Yes. Marlene is Marlene.
Yes, Marlene was Marlene. Yeah. So yeah, real quick. Marlene is Marlene for those of you who play the game and watch the show. Marlene is Marlene. Joel on the game plays David's right hand, James, who's kind of like an evil character or part of the evil group or whatever. Ellie in the TV in the game. Sorry, I'm going slow because thank you. Ellie in the game plays Ellie's mom in the show, and then you got I already said and then you have Tommy, who played in the video game, plays a made up character in it, part of the Kansas City group, Perry. His name is Perry, and he plays that character. So I really like how they were able to bring them back, and because they're so connected to they're so connected to that franchise, and I'm so glad that the creators of the show, the writers, were able to bring them back in some way, shape, or form. So I think that was brilliant by them.
And you know what I like about I'm sorry, I totally forgot to put this in there, that they change up the show from the game, but it still flows through the different, like it's different from the game, which is nice. They go away from that, give you a different perspective. Like Bill,
you're right,
we didn't get that in the game,
and then we got an entire episode of
also in the game we don't get the Ellie, how she's immune.
That's right.
Spoiler.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah, kind of. Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah, because of with the mom, right?
Yeah, with the mom. We never get that in the game.
Spoiler.
Also, you get like a fluid, nice role through the show, but it's not the same as the game.
Yes.
The same story though, which is great. We get a different perspective for those who play the games. We don't want to see we want to see the same thing, but differently, I would say, because then you don't want the same boring. Okay, I seen that it's in the game, but it's that show was just great, awesome. I was so excited for Sundays every Sunday.
I know.
New Last of Us is put it on.
I know for sure, man. And there's another thing I want to point to, because not everyone plays video games, as me and you were discussing before we started recording. But this show has gained a lot of traction, and because of that, a lot of people are discussing, was Joel in the wrong of what he did? Everyone who played the game knows, you have to play with him and things like that. But with this TV show coming out, there's a lot of traction of, did Joe do the wrong thing? Because, spoilers, Ellie is being prepped for surgery because, like you said, she's immune, and they need to take the cordyceps, the cordyceps fungus or whatever that grows in the brain. They need to take her brain out, inspect it, to build a vaccine, a cure, and of course that would result in her death. Joel finds out about this in the last episode. Well, this all takes place in the last episode, and he goes full Rambo mode, and he kills everyone to save Ellie, and possibly. So he pretty much saved one person, and he pretty much said, "Fuck the entire human race. I'm saving my surrogate daughter, because that's eventually what she becomes.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on that? Because that's a pretty big deal. You're talking about morals here. You're giving up one person to possibly save everyone else, but then again, Joe has been through a lot, and his daughter.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that? Because that's a lot.
So like you said, not everyone plays the game, but people had their mixed opinions. Obviously, we knew how it was gonna end, me and you, because we played the game. Most people didn't. Sorry, but I was thinking like this comes to like a hard question.
It is.
It's a hard answer because it's the same thing when people ask you, would you kill a family member to save these people on the bus? That question. You get one person you love on the bus, or you save everyone else in the bus. Ultimately, it wasn't his decision to do, but I feel like they could have told Ellie beforehand, like, hey, so this is going to happen. It's up to you whether, because if you think about it, Joe was in the wrong, but so were the other people who wanted it, who didn't tell her what was going to happen, because they're not giving her information on what is going to happen to her. So if they give her that prior, she's like, now she has that in her thumb. Now she gets to decide.
Not only that, they don't even give her a choice.
They don't.
Right?
So either both groups are in the wrong in this situation. So honestly, it's obviously Ellie's decision.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, he was in the wrong. But like I said, he's attached to her. It's a journey that they go through. Now it's
so much like that they went through. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think if I was Joe, I would do the same thing.
Yeah, I would too. But
I would do the same thing,
knowing it's wrong.
Because you've lost so much. He tried to kill himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, he didn't, right? Remember, he said he staggered.
Yeah.
Bullet missed him. And you're given this second opportunity, right? And he's being selfish. And he's been selfish for those past 20 years. Because what has he done to survive? Killed innocent people. Do what he has to do to survive, right? Sell whatever he has to sell. Go wherever he has to go to survive, to make ends meet with him and Tess, right? So that's all built off selfishness, and he displayed that in his actions with saving Ellie. And it's all about morals. It's all about what you believe is right. Because I don't know, George, like, is the human race really worth saving? We've seen David's group. We've seen those people in Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
Are they really worth saving? Or can they go back to how things were? And I don't know if they can, right? But then again, maybe they can too. So there's a lot of questions that arise from that, and I think that's what makes this game, the show, so special, because we can have discussions like this. Yeah. It's open ended, and I think that's what makes this honestly probably one of the greatest shows on HBO. And HBO has produced a lot of great shows.
Yeah,
that.
Crazy.
But not only just on HBO, just of possibly all time in general. So
and they did a good job in it.
Like shows like that are open ended. We don't have to know everything. That's what makes these discussions that you talk with your friends, with your family, or whatever the case is. That's what makes it great. Like I can't say anything because you have not finished The Sopranos.
Oh, bro. Hey, wait.
George.
Wait, you know how we've been giving spoilers and all that stuff? Has Lado seen that stuff?
He doesn't care about it.
Come on, fool.
He's slacking, bro. He's slacking. But man, I love this game. I love this show. I know you feel the same way, man.
Bro,
I'm heartbroken that it's over.
I might have to watch it again. Watch it. Sorry. I'm gonna have to play the first game, but I know I'm gonna take some time on that, whether I want to play or not, because I already know how it goes. But playing it's different, It
is.
But then the only thing is you gotta go find every shit, every little food and health and all that stuff. It's so annoying. But I would do that on part 2. I would search everything to find.
Yeah. So part 1 ends. There is a game part 2, Last of Us Part 2, and the Last of Us show franchise is not over. Season 2 has been already announced, right?
Yep.
And what I like about this, and you mentioned it too, is that the Last of Us Part 2, the game is pretty long. So what I like that they're gonna do for the show is they're gonna divide that to
multiple seasons.
Yeah, to multiple seasons. So I'm really looking forward to that. Me and you know what happened in part 2.
But
I'm not gonna say anything.
No,
I'm not
no,
gonna say
no,
anything.
no.
You can't. You cannot say that. We cannot.
But first one was pretty long too. But I guess they wanted to get the gist of it like out. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe test the waters a little bit.
And also too, real quick before we move on, my favorite part, my underrated favorite part of the show too, is the beginning of episode 1 and episode 2. You know how in episode 1 they're talking to those experts about fungi.
Yeah.
And if there's a cure for it or anything like that, and he says there's not. And then part 2 where that outbreak finally happens, and they go to that doctor or that scientist, and she finds it in that person. Remember?
Oh, yeah,
she has to wear the hazmat suit
Yeah.
and things like that. I really love those openings. Those are pretty dope. I just wanted to bring that up real quick.
No, it shows good. It's goated. If you haven't
It
watched
is.
it.
Oh my God,
So,
it's goated.
It'd
Stamped
be
for
like,
sure.
what, 16 minutes of it maybe. So if you want to watch it and not get spoiled.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. But George, it is now the month of March, and in my opinion, this is top tier sports month.
No.
March Madness is underway. You have March Madness. You have spring training baseball following and going into the MLB season. The NBA is ramping up. Playoff time is coming up, and we might get to that a little bit later. And then, of course, you have NFL free agency underway. A lot going on there. But
This is crazy. Yeah, everything's been crazy all over the place.
But the main focus is March Madness, the best couple of weeks of all time if you are a sports fan. And me and George made our brackets. We're not going to go through every single game because there are a ton of games. But we're going to give you guys our Final Four picks and our expectations, our predictions for this year's Final Four. This year's March Madness. George, who do you got, man?
Winning it all?
You could say your Final Four and then go through the flow.
You go first because I'm going to
All right. All right. 64 teams make the tournament. It is a lot. But man, are the games the best games you could ever watch. Mm-hmm. Super entertaining. Even if you're not consistent with watching college basketball throughout the season, everyone watches March Madness. Everyone makes a bracket. It is the best thing ever. Okay. I have been on the hook since probably my sophomore year of high school, and I download the app every year. I watch every single game I possibly can. And man, this year is really a toss-up. Man, it's going to be so good. But because there's 4 different regions. There's a South, Midwest, East, and West. A lot of great teams in it. But in my Final Four, I'm going to have Arizona coming out of the South, Duke coming out of the East, Texas coming out of the Midwest, and UCLA coming out of the West. Arizona will play Duke. Duke will win that game to go to the championship game. UCLA will play Texas. UCLA will win that game and go to the national championship game, meaning it will be Duke and UCLA in the national championship game. And I got UCLA winning it all. That hurts me because I am a USC/Duke fan for college basketball. But this UCLA team is really, really good. They lost one of their best players in Jalen Clark, torn Achilles, which will be a huge loss. But I got confidence in the UCLA Bruins.
Good
and I believe they're going to win it all, man. But this is going to be great.
All right.
What do you got?
This is my Final Four. I have Alabama.
Ooh. Bro, Alabama is now good in basketball? Like, where
did
did that come from?
I feel like this year is just weird. Weird teams.
It is.
You got Marquette.
No.
Like,
Marquette historically is.
No, I know.
D-Wade, baby.
Okay, but after D-Wade, what do you know?
All good. They're good. They're good this year.
No, yeah. All right, so I have Alabama versus Purdue.
Yeah, but Alabama coming out of the South.
And then Purdue.
Okay.
They got that big man. But I think they kind of were rated.
Okay, I think he's soft, but all right.
All right. Then I have Texas Longhorns
Yeah.
against Gonzaga. So
Yeah, you have Gonzaga coming out of the West. That's crazy.
they're always good, man. Like I know you said they're kind of not that good this year.
Reggie Miller, mean.
We'll see. I'm surprised the NC didn't make it. Anyways, UNC. I have Alabama versus Gonzaga in the national championship, and I have Alabama taking it on.
Alabama.
I have Bama because they got what's his name?
Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller. No, but the guard. You know, he was part of Jelly Fam.
Oh no, I don't.
I forgot his name.
No, but I'm pretty sure he's really good.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, man, Alabama. They're probably the most talented in.
Brandon Miller. Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, I think he's gonna win the National Player of the Year. Yeah, he's really good. And then yeah, man, I have Duke going to the national championship game.
That's a little biased, but
No, well, this is my reason, because right now they're on a 9-game winning streak. Mm-hmm. They're really hot right now. They just won the ACC the ACC tournament, and I feel like they're gonna ride that momentum all the way to Houston, Houston, Texas, where the national championship and Final Four would take place. But man, these couple next weekends are so great. Me and you love basketball to begin with, but man, I don't know, just something about this. You have the upsets, you have buzzer beaters.
It only takes
everything.
one game. It only takes one game to lose that dream, and that's crazy. Like, you lose by a buzzer beater, that's heartbreaking.
That's it.
I mean, you either lose by 1, you lose by 2, or you get blown out.
Yeah, that's true. Like, there's no shortage of boring games.
I hope not.
Never. No, bro. There's never a boring
though,
game. There's never a boring game. Like, hardly ever.
Yeah.
There's 32 games this on Thursday and Friday. We're recording this on a Tuesday. And out of those 32 games, 30 of them are down to the wire flat. Am I wrong?
No,
down to the wire. Even a 1 through 16 could be really good. The 1 through 16, those I would say are blowouts more times than not. But there have been throughout the years a ton of years where a 15 has beaten a 2, 14's beat a 3.
Whoa! Last year, St. Peter's,
they beat your Kentucky Wildcats.
They did
in overtime, and they made a good little run, man. And then over the years you have VCU going to the Final Four. You have Butler going to back-to-back national championship games as like a 10 seed.
You had that 1 year Michigan State.
Remember when they beat? I don't know if you remember, but they beat Zion, RJ, Cam Reddish.
And all they had was who? Who do they have?
Damn, Michigan State. Oh, the
big dude. He was like Stockton.
Yeah, and they had a pretty good guard too.
Yeah.
And then even just a couple years back, 11 seed UCLA goes all the way to the Final Four, and Jalen Suggs from Gonzaga beats them in the half-court buzzer beater. That was probably one of the best games of all time,
bro. And then the national championship game between Villanova
and UNC,
those two.
Oh my God!
Shot and then the buzzer beater.
It was the shot, and then it was the shot that made everyone forget about the shot.
And even that year when Kentucky, Aaron Harrison had 2 games where he made 2 clutch buckets from the same spot.
What about Mario Chalmers in Kansas beating Memphis, led by D. Rose? That game was a classic as well. Man, I swear there are Kemba Walker and their run.
Yeah,
dude.
Shabazz Napier when
my God, when they beat Kentucky.
And that Kentucky team filled with James Young, Julius Randle, who came out?
There's
Carl Anthony. No. Aaron Harrison, Andrew Harrison.
Yes.
D Book.
No, well, that was the 2015 year.
Oh, yeah,
that was the year they went undefeated and they lost to Indiana in the semifinal and the Final Four. I remember. Oh my God, dude! I remember so much. Vlad was hating on that Kentucky team, yo. I was rooting for them so hard. I really was.
Bro. Well, you imagine me how I was rooting it for them. Andrew Harrison, Aaron Harrison. They stayed that extra year.
Anthony Towns. Trey
Lyles. Willie Cauley-Stein.
The Harrison brothers. Willie Cauley-Stein. D Book. D Book was coming out of the bench that year, bro. Oh
Bro.
my God. That's cool. That's cool. But my Dukies ended up winning that year too. Oh man, that was so
Jaleel,
great.
right?
Who was there? Who was that? That was Jaleel Okafor. That was Quinn Cook. Who else was that? They had some solid man. That was a squad too. Remember they had that cut. What was it called?
Oh, the just a little taper.
Yeah, the little.
That was they all did. Quinn Cook.
They all did. Yeah, Jaleel.
Okafor.
Who else was in that squad, man? They had a squad too.
Quinn
Man.
Cook, Jaleel Okafor. Oh, Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones, bro.
Do you have any Cinderellas?
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
Oral Roberts,
actually,
I think maybe.
You know what? That's what I'm scared of because Duke is playing Oral Roberts, and
And
we know Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts made a good little run. I think 2019, I believe. And that's what I'm scared of because Duke is gonna play them, and they have that guard who's explosive, bro. I think 1 year he averaged like 30 points.
Bro.
Max Ambris or something like that. I'm probably butchering his name, but yeah, man, they have a squad too, bro. I checked their record; they're 30-4. They're really good, and it's crazy too because there has been a lot of upsets over the years. But I think what that has to do with it is that a lot of these players want to play right away, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes they can't really play in these really high level blue blood schools.
Yeah.
So they go to these mid-major schools and they ball out, and then they go to the tournament, and everyone like us is surprised, like, oh my God, like such a huge upset. But they're high level players.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not really surprising anymore just because we see a 12 beat a 5. Yeah, but they're really good players.
They have ballers.
You know, I know. Just like that reminds me of Last Chance U basketball, ELAC.
Elac.
You know, those players are supposed to be D1 athletes, but because things
Little
happen,
mess-ups, yeah.
right?
Grades and mess-ups.
Whether it's their fault or not,
Yeah.
life happens, and they have to go to these schools to
Better themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and to redeem themselves. So, every single one of the teams have major talent, and also too, everyone's getting more talented, right? We see that with the NBA too.
Yeah, because now you have the big men shooting the three. You have guards, getting triple doubles,
Yep.
being more athletic. I feel like the game's just evolving, and I feel like anyone could win. And honestly, it's not like the NBA where you have one guy and, okay, he's going to carry you to win a championship. I feel like in March Madness, you need to play as a team just because you're not NBA players yet. You
Yep.
have those players who are going to shine. Some players be, surprising you.
Yeah,
you never
most
know.
definitely.
And they ball out like Grayson Allen that year.
Yeah.
No,
Grayson Allen was on that team. I forgot the Duke team.
That Duke team. And he wasn't even like their number one.
Yeah.
The number two, I don't think
It was probably like their 6, maybe.
6.
Mhm.
And he balls out. He gets it. The guy from the Bucks now, or where is he at? I'm a butcher name. Da Vinci?
No. He's with the Warriors. Dante DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo.
Yeah, the redhead.
He played for that
He balled out in Villanova.
Villanova team, and they
2018.
won. They won that year. And then, look.
Yeah.
Like, they surprised you. And he won, I think, the player of the
Yeah, he won the
MVP?
player of the tournament. Yeah.
the player of the tournament, yeah.
Yeah, and also too, you also I also just remembered when you were bringing up C.J. McCollum. Remember when he
C.J. McCollum.
cooked? He cooked Duke, bro.
D. Lillard, too. No?
No, I don't know if D. Lillard was in it. CJ. And then of course, how can we forget the dominant performance by Anthony Davis throughout the whole tournament? I remember
They
in that
won that year
championship.
with Marcus Teague.
Yeah, I remember in that championship game they played Kansas in 2012 in New Orleans, and he was struggling shooting, but bro, he had I think like 9 blocks. And then he had like over 10 rebounds. I think he still got. I think he almost had a triple double with points, rebounds, and blocks.
Yeah.
He was just a monster that
Bro,
game.
he was defensively solid. Marcus Teague was
Solid.
their
That's
star.
an understatement.
No, he was
He was the best defender.
the best. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
he
won
was
'cause of
killing
that.
it. Yeah, easily they won. Who else was in that squad? On that Kentucky squad?
Willie Cauley-Stein.
No.
Yeah, he
was
was.
he 2012?
Willie Cauley-Stein was there forever.
Yeah. Damn. Shit, I didn't know
I
that.
think so, yeah. I think he was a freshman.
Oh crap.
Willie Cauley-Stein was there forever because he even played with Julius Randle.
Yeah, because Julius Randle won in 2014.
And he played
That's crazy.
with Karl Anthony Towns.
He did. He did.
Damn.
Damn, man. I know just the talent of it. Like we said, like there are upsets, but I mean it's just a number.
Yeah.
All these guys are phenomenal.
I think
There's
about
so
it.
much
They
talent.
they were good in their brackets. They're just lower seeds because they rank them
Yeah,
with who they play
exactly.
against who and all that. The competition, like Imani Bates didn't even make it. You remember he's a big name too. Eastern Michigan.
He's from Michigan.
Imani Bates. He's like tall, lengthy.
So,
Unibrow, I think.
trying to be like AD or what?
I guess does he have a unibrow? I don't even know, but he has to like thick eyebrows too.
Oh damn, man. Yeah,
Imani Bates, bro, like he was one of the
I gotta-
top prospects.
I gotta check him out. But yeah, man, we're excited. We're super excited for March Madness that will be underway, officially starting on Thursday. Early games, bro. From the morning to the night, it's nonstop. That's
basketball.
why. Oh man, it's the best.
I'll be
It's the
working,
best.
but I'm gonna get some games in.
You gotta download the app.
Yeah.
Check it
for
out.
Sure.
Yeah, I know, cause I'm gonna definitely be doing
I'll
that.
be watching every Kentucky game. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Do they play on Thursday? I know both of my squads play on Friday, USC and Duke, and then hopefully I win it.
UK.
I'm not in the pool this year. I wanted to do it. I've been in it for the past couple years, but haven't been able to do the pool.
What about Boogie Ellis? He's solid.
Boogie Ellis is solid. He's they're big, bro, for sure. You drop what, like an easy 30, huh? Easy.
On Kentucky, down. We've been keeping up with Kentucky.
They're 6 seed. Yeah, they're not really that.
They're falling off.
I got them going to the Sweet 16.
I know these fuckers are gonna get upset.
I don't know, man. Sometimes. And also, yeah, there's another thing I was gonna mention too. It's one game elimination, so anything can happen. Like you could have just some random dude hit 5 threes, and you could win the game, right?
Yeah.
You could just get hot, and that's another thing. That's another thing that's so great about this too. And I don't know if you knew this, but there's a better chance of you either winning the lottery or getting struck by lightning
Yeah.
than you having a perfect bracket.
Mm-hmm. And think about
That's
it like
crazy.
this. You mentioned the 5 threes hitting 5 threes, right? But it only takes one game for you to
That's it.
not show up, and then that's it.
true.
You could have your worst game.
You get up, that's
Like
it.
you could be like you said, Brandon Miller. He could have his worst game, and then that's the reason they lose. And that's his worst game.
Yep.
So they have to be on point. If you're not on point, then your teammates do. But
You're out.
You're all not on
Yep.
schedule. Then damn,
You're out.
You're out.
I know, but I mean, eventually, I think the best teams probably make it to the Final Four, unless, of course, you have like a super hot team that's just rolling through. Like, remember that year, Loyola Chicago? They were like number 11 seed and they went all the way to the Final Four.
And they lost.
Bro, oh my God, I was just rewatching their highlights. Every single one of their games, I think, except for the Elite Eight game where they went to the Final Four. Before that, their previous 3 games, they all won by buzzer beaters. Every single one of them. It was so excited.
I remember that.
Yeah. Oh man, this is the best time of the year, man. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it so much.
This and Christmas.
Good shit. Good shit. What about NBA playoffs? What about that? What do you think about that? I mean, me and you're a basketball head, so we're kind of biased here, but I love the NBA playoffs, man. I know it's chalk sometimes. It is. But this year, George,
I feel like this year is.
I don't know.
It's a toss up. It's like, you have the West. Actually,
toss up. West is a toss up, George. You know that.
I know it is, but it's not as much as you expect. Like you get. Well, listen.
Okay.
Let me justify before you make the faces. Yeah. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Memphis is not looking good anymore. All right. Kings, they're young.
They're young.
It's gonna be their first playoff.
In 16 years.
In 16 years. Clippers are just gonna be the Clippers. You know what that means.
We know that.
The Mavericks been struggling even with Luka and Kyrie.
And they're both injured.
And they're both hurt. You have Lakers who've been hurt too. They're making a comeback.
Climbing.
They're climbing. But like I said, they've been suffering through injuries, and we haven't seen the Lakers, be there. Right now they're their best, but they have those games. And then Denver just lost 4 straight. I don't know. I think we're overrating the West a little too much.
I don't.
And I think the East is where it's at.
East is very top heavy.
I think the East is better this year than the West. Because think about it. Memphis Grizzlies is kind of a mediocre team, if you think about it.
Without Ja.
Now with Ja out. Even with Ja, I think they were kind of mediocre.
And we learned that he's going to be out indefinitely.
Yeah. But like I said, even with Ja, I think they were mediocre.
No, they weren't.
Bro.
But,
okay.
Mediocre.
Bro, compared to like a team like the Lakers. Who are
wow.
I know
you are what your record says you are. But I mean, the Lakers do have a new team. So and with that new team, I think they're 9-3.
I forgot about the Warriors too.
What about the Suns?
The Suns. Oh, with KD.
The Warriors and Suns, that could be a potential Western Conference.
But
finals.
the thing with the Suns, hear me out. You have Booker, CP3, and KD.
Yes.
Like I said last time when I was watching them play, the rest of the squad is just
yeah, because they lost a lot of their depth because of that
They're
KD
non-existent.
trade.
Last time they had people in, I'm like, who are these guys? Like 2K generated players? Like what the?
Yeah, I think I know who you're referring to. Well, I mean, you're referring to a couple people, but there's one in mind. There's one in mind that comes up. I think his last name's Wainwright or something like that. He looks kind of yeah. I was like, who the heck is this guy?
You have Philadelphia, who have a better record than Denver, and they're only the 3 seed.
That's crazy, huh?
You have Milwaukee.
That's crazy.
You have
Boston.
You have the Knicks making a push. You have Boston, who have JT,
Cleveland. Hey, don't skip on Cleveland
Brown,
either.
Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell, Garland.
That's it. Other than that, I mean, you still have the Nets in there. I mean, but because of course Kyrie and KD were part of the squad.
Do you have the Heat in there?
You have the Heat. I think right now they are in the play-in tournament. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man. I think definitely in the East, Philly could make an upset between either the Boston or the Bucks, but it should be in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Bucks and Boston, and whoever wins that is probably the best team going into the NBA Finals. But of course, you never know what will happen with the Warriors, with the Suns, your Denver Nuggets.
Frauds, Denver. Unbiased,
I mean, I'm telling you this right now, and I told you before we hit the gym, get the losing out right now.
Yeah.
Get the losing out right now because you do not want to lose. I'm telling you, George, you do not want to lose minimum Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Minimum, bro. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, changes are coming.
You know
and they are necessary changes.
You know what I don't get about Denver? No, not Denver, but we were talking about a Jokic.
Yeah.
That he's been getting unnecessary hate lately.
He has.
But people seem to love players and then they just hate them for no reason.
Yeah.
All right, I gave you a couple of examples. Let's start off with Jokic, for example. Everyone loved him. You know, he just plays his game, minds his own business. And all of a sudden, he doesn't deserve MVP. Joel Embiid, his team's not. He can't get his team to a winning record. Oh, he's just a mediocre player. His defense is bad, which his defense is kind of bad.
Yeah.
But his defense is bad, and now all these analysts are hating on him for what? Like just because he's balling, and he is averaging a triple-double.
Yeah. We get tired of the same people, same team winning over and over. Remember how tired we were of the Warriors, George?
Yes.
We did everything we can to try to knock them down.
And then KD joins, huh?
And then even with LeBron, people love LeBron coming in. He goes to the Heat. He goes to the Heat. He becomes the ultimate villain.
But that's a different case.
KD. He's in Thunder. Everyone loves KD. He leaves. He goes to the Warriors. What? He's the ultimate villain.
But I feel like those are two different cases, though.
No, but
because they left the team.
Okay, but my point is that we try to find something to move on from them. You know, because we're always trying to find the new thing.
No, but I'm talking
every
about
time.
Guys
Every
who
time.
haven't even won. Like Jokic is one.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. But he's winning MVPs.
People hate Westbrook too.
Yes, like you. You see?
But I have valid reason.
Okay, and the people who are hating on Jokic. Okay, but you're just being biased right now, though.
No. Okay,
yeah, you are.
Okay, we're not gonna be biased. Forget about Jokic.
Oh my God.
Another person, Kyrie.
Okay, well I think Kyrie brought that upon himself.
No, yeah. Okay. All right, Kyrie. D-Book.
You already know my feelings about him.
No, I know, but people loved him when he dropped that 70 point.
You?
No, people loved him, and then they started comparing.
What happened?
People started comparing him with Kobe, and then people got mad, but that wasn't his fault.
They don't love you like that.
No, I know, but
you thought you was Kobe?
But that's not his fault to begin with, right?
Well, you know what also too was a bit of a turnoff is in that clip of him playing in the gym and he gets doubled.
Yeah, I mean,
bitch move.
Okay,
come on.
All right. Another thing, Trae Young. People hate the shit out of him now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially New York.
New
I mean.
York. And people love that. Everyone want to be like it. Oh, yeah, dribble, shoot.
Yeah.
I feel like you brought up a point that LeBron was winning all the time. I could never get tired of seeing LeBron win.
Yeah, because you're a LeBron fan. And I am
never
too. But, George, there's always someone that's trying to bring you down. Always. We're always
People
trying to
hate
look for the
Joel
next
Embiid
big thing.
too for no reason. I don't hate him.
Is there no reason?
Why do people hate him? His game is not like crazy.
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, you
James
know.
Harden too gets a lot of hate
Oh,
when he
my
was
God.
traveling.
Bro, when he was with the Rockets, oh, my God, bro, I hated James Harden. I hated him. Bro, because he tried to initiate the contact. That's how you play basketball. I mean, yeah, you try to do your best to get a foul, but, bro, I feel like that was all he was doing.
Another person, Chris Paul. People used to love Chris Paul. Now people just hate him.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, because of his antics on the court. Like, they're so annoying.
You get what I'm saying, though, right?
I get you.
People just tend to hate for, like, they could be really good and then they just all of a sudden switch up, bruh.
What can I say, George? We just have a bunch of haters, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Haters everywhere.
We have some haters on, Vlad. Yeah. Just a handful or a lot? One in particular, right? Yeah, all good. Oh, man. But, yeah, the NBA season is winding down. We cannot wait to talk more NBA, more playoffs as we approach. Hopefully my team makes it. Oh, Jesus, Lord. Thank you. I need that.
I don't mind seeing LeBron win.
Of course you don't. I don't mind
Like I
either.
said.
I don't mind either.
That fifth ring's gonna just. I feel like he already canceled the you know.
What about his post that he posted
Bro,
today?
that shit's loaded.
Can't
If Nuggets do not win, I don't mind seeing the Lakers win the chip.
Excuses already.
No, that's not an excuse. I'm just saying. If I don't
big
see,
bro, we
that's
played
not an
healthy,
excuse,
LeBron.
bro.
What do you think?
That's not an excuse. It's just me saying if Nuggets don't win, I wouldn't mind seeing LeBron win his fifth.
We played the big dogs, AD and Bron.
Or D-Book too. I don't mind seeing his get his
Oh, that I do mind. I do mind that, bro. When they faced the Bucks in the finals, I was rooting so hard for the Bucks. I really was. Well, also too. Oh my God, the Suns were talking major shit when they beat a hobbled Lakers team. Because you know damn well if Anthony Davis played throughout that series, we would have won that shit, bro.
But like you
Easy.
said, excuses, what ifs, you know.
You lost your second best player, in AD.
No, I know, but we say what if that wouldn't have happened, you know? We never know.
Everyone knows what would happen.
You don't know.
Yeah, I do.
Buddy.
We had a 2-1 lead. We had a 2-1 series lead. And we were leading in the game 4 until he got hurt.
You know that would have been a for sure?
Fool.
Or is that a what if?
Come on, dog.
But is
Yes, that would have been a for sure. Bron and AD, a healthy Bron and AD, you know what they could do, George. Stop it.
I know what they can do, but
Stop it.
like we said, we can't predict. It's a what if.
No, but I'm telling you.
Injuries happen like you say it.
I don't come on here and say what ifs. No, I come on here and I tell you people the truth. That's what I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little biased, buddy. That's a little biased, you know.
It is.
But you know what I mean, though. Like,
I do.
Do we really know?
I do.
But like you said,
I know.
It happened. Injuries happen.
They do, man. They
We
do.
probably would have won if Jamal Murray didn't
Gosh.
tear his ACL. He was hooping.
Good stuff. Oh,
Nah, we
man.
never
That was fun, man.
Now that we have with healthy Jamal Murray, we're first seed. Hopefully, bro, it's just our defense is so trash. MPJ plays no defense.
Your best defender is probably KCP, huh? Well, I mean, maybe off ball. MPJ is not a good defender, especially off ball.
Bro,
he's horrible off
and
ball.
And also, all he does is as soon as he gets the ball, he just chucks that shit.
He does. He does.
And Jamal Murray be taking like 30 shots for no reason, step backs. Just play through Jokic.
You gotta play through Jokic.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
You do. Oh, man, George. This was fun, man. Anything else you want to tell our lovely fans?
No, just subscribe to the channel. Well, I guess I do have something to say. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us. Keep showing support. I love y'all forever.
Yes. Go to our post. Participate in it. Or else you're going to miss out.
It's her.
Simple as that. All right, Dimers. We'll see you guys next weekend. We will announce the winner next week. And good luck.
Catch y'all later.
Peace.